Hello. I'm showing you something cool I made. Let me just stop it. This is my flying machine, a Mark V, I think. I don't know. I made a lot of flying machines before, but this is for the mod pack that we have on the server. On the server, it uses for power. It uses these things, which are called void motors, which are crafted with void steel, which requires netherite to enter pearls, and so it's rather hard to craft, but allows you to effectively teleport rotational force from one place to another. Have a chunk loaded over here. It's being powered by a creative motor, but you can act that to whatever. Anyway, this is my flying machine. This is its default state. It has two computers on it. These computers are hooked up to a network, with this advanced wireless pocket computer being the controller for them. So these two guys are meant to interact with the physical world, while this guy is meant to organize them. This back part here is to move back and forth these parts. So if I just go and grab a lever, click it here, as you can see, that moves it back and forth. Same thing with this guy. You can technically fly this machine manual as well. You just need to disconnect the computers from controlling it. Specifically the top one, since it keeps it powered all the time, put into its default state. So it's ready to fly at any moment. You just simply set the channels for each of these, 1 and 2, and then you go into this guy. You edit the settings, and you edit top channel and bottom channel to represent them. So top channel's 1, 1, 1 right there. Bottom channel's 2. So yeah. Then you make sure you get the coordinates right in the facing direction. I haven't implemented the coordinates part yet, where it'll change the coordinates to match the flying machine's coordinates. As long as you input them in once. In order to edit them, you can actually just put in 7. You can write cancel or just put them in. You can also toggle back and forth these things, which 1, 2, and 3, and 4 are meant to represent this thing's current state. So gantry top is whether or not this is on or off right now when it starts up. Gantry bottom is whether or not this part's on and off. Gantry sticker top and bottom are the same. This is sticker bottom. This is sticker top, since it's connected to the top. Then it just remembers all that information, including the Gantt length, which is just how long this part is. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it uses all that information to calculate stuff. And so you can put in orders for it, as well as that there's an emergency stop button, which you can just enter, as well as making it move forever. So if I enter in orders, so if I wanted to move 10 forward, I put in 10, and the computers control it to move 10 lengths forward. As you can see, boom. It actually keeps track of it here. 5, then it goes to 4, then it goes to 3, 2, and 1. You can also hit 4 for emergency stop, which will make it move back 1 and stop everything else. This is just in case you're about to run into a mountain. You can hit the emergency stop, and it'll instantly start reversing. But it'll only reverse once. You can also make it move forever, then enter in an order of just 1 here, and instead of it removing 1 from the orders, it will just keep that number the same, and so it will continuously move forward. Currently, it's only a one-direction flying machine, but technically you can put 2 of these together to get 4 directions. That would be rather annoying. Or you could just rotate this guy, which you can do. You can also walk on it just fine. Be safe. You know? Or I could just hit 4 for emergency stop. Which I'll go back to for some reason, since I believe I entered it twice. And then you can do whatever. So yeah, this thing could use some perfecting, but it's pretty good. So like, for example, I could change the order of operations for the control mechanism to make it a bit faster. So it does multiple things at once instead of doing one thing at a time, but just did that for now to make it work good. If you're not from my Discord server, and so you aren't in the server that I'm maybe building this machine on, then you'll not know this mod pack, and made this for the mod pack. So I think I'll make a schematic here at some point. If you're curious about what the code looks like, don't worry about that. It's complicated as hell, though the stationary computers are a little less complicated. But these guys, they have to be a bit more complicated. This is the code for moving backwards, moving forwards, stopping, and has lots of other stuff on it too. Anyway, it's complicated. So yeah, that's a pretty cool thing I made. Oh, by the way, do not remove this from your inventory, like put it in a chest or something, otherwise the computer will stop working. It'll work as long as it's inside your inventory or inside an item frame or something. Or believe on the ground, but I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. Like, for example, I could remove that stuttering and make it go a little faster, where it stutters back and forth. Well, I think it's broken. And this is the reason why it's in a prototype for right now. So let me just use some buttons on this here and get it back in where it belongs. Luckily, you can use some degree of manual control on it. Let me just place a block here so it doesn't go too far. Good on. There we go. It's fixed. Yeah, it's a work in progress for right now, so. I think I may have just broke it again. Probably because I didn't put the redstone black on that. It needs some debugging. It needs to better keep track of the state of machines just so it doesn't break it. There we go. So now it has the correct state inside of its memory, and boom, it works. Should at least. Let's see if I can give an order of moving one forward. I think it's, yeah, I think it's because of that stuttering that I made a mistake. But it works for the most part. Maybe not all the time. Anyway, that was all I really wanted to show you. It does need some debugging. That's annoying. Perhaps some better movement schemes. And I definitely need to make a way for it to rotate all 4 directions at the very least, so that we can go all 4 directions of the machine. Even if we can't go up and down, it would still work well. We could rotate. So goodbye.